So I have been a bit busy and a bit remiss and we're now looking at my 6 pots of potato as part of the single seed potato challenge. So if you recall, and if you look at previous video I put up, I chopped my single seed potato into 6 pieces, each with a chit, or at least one chit, plonked them all in pots, covered it with compost, and this is what I have now. We're in May, mid-May, so I am rather late compared to how I would normally do this and how others are doing it, but I'm going to take the next step now. And the next step with these is, for some of them I'm going to split them again, and I think probably for others I'm going to pop them into their final big pot. So let me show you how I'm going to go about all of that. So let's just have a look at these pots in turn. So here's my first one. This is the biggest plant, and if I just turn it out, you can see that it's definitely in need of something. But there's I think there's 2 plants here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this. And the biggest part I'm going to just pop into a 30-litre pot. I'm going to grow that on its own in a 30-litre pot, and this one I'll put into a smaller pot just to get a little bit bigger before I put it into a 30-litre pot. So I'm just going to cut straight down, no messing. So that the big one has got roots and the little one has roots. And in fact, do you know something? I'm going to put that little one in a bigger pot as well. Maybe not a 30-litre pot, maybe a 20-litre pot, but that's what I'm going to do with those. So I'm going to get a 30-litre pot for this one, maybe a 20-litre pot for that one. I'm going to put compost, chicken manure pellets and fish blood and bone, and get them organised and growing on. Okay, 30-litre pot. Get the gloves. I've got some general purpose compost. I shall put in, I don't know, about 3 inches of compost there. I'm going to put in a couple of handfuls of blood, fish and bone, or fish blood and bone. I'm going to put in I'm just grabbing things. I'm going to put in a sprinkling of chicken manure pellets. I'm going to mix that in. Chicken, leave. I'll keep the chicken off of the potatoes. Then I'm going to lower in my potato plant, and then I'm going to put compost around about it. Now this is bigger than I would hope, but you know, I didn't really want it this large to transplant it at this stage, but we are where we are, and it's certainly looking healthy. So I'm going to basically fill up the pot. I'm just trying not to break any of the branches. Let's do that better. And you'll be interested to see how it fares actually, because I do, as I say, I feel it's a bit bigger than I really wanted it to be at this point. So yeah, we shall see. Actually, maybe what I will do is not completely fill up the pots. I usually, even if it is main crops, I don't bother with like earthing up. And this is sticking out the top anyway. Maybe I've covered it a bit, and I'll, oh I don't know, I'm sort of indecisive here today, as you can hear. Yeah, I'll maybe leave it at that, so we've still got another 3 or 4 inches we can put in the pot, but that's covered the potato plant to a good degree. So that's one in. Now I've got, somewhere, where did it go? Here. I've got a smaller pot, this is 20 litres. And I'm going to do a similar exercise for the smaller plants. So put in some compost, mix in some chicken manure pellets and some fish blood and bone. Get my little plant without falling flat in my face. Plonk it in and then fill around it. Now these will get a really good water once I've finished all of them, because they look as if they could do with it. And yeah, we'll see how they go. Yeah, again I might just not quite fill it all up, give it a chance to settle in. 2 done. Okay, next up we have this one. And this looks like it's got the potential to be split into 3 if I really wanted to push my luck. So let's just see what that looks like. I'm going to split it into 2 first of all. You can see a nice cross section of the potato there, or the part of the potato that I used. That I'm going to use as 1. This one, again, I could potentially make it into 2 plants. I'm probably pushing my luck. And I think I might just... Do you know something? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. If you don't try, you don't get. So, okay. So I've got a whole one here, or a whole one, I've got a large one here. And then this little one, it's certainly got roots. I'm going to put this immediately into a smaller pot though. That's not going to go in a big pot. The others will go into a big pot. So, I just need to go and get some more compost. Okay. I'm going to put this one back into the polytunnel, I think, just to, and give it a good water and just get it growing on a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more compost for this one. Just top it up a little bit more. It's not fully topped up, hopefully you can see there. So I'll top it up a little bit more, and then I'll get it watered and then go on to the other 3. Okay, next plant. Oh gosh, there's more in this. So let me just get this out and we can have a little a little nosy at it. So this appears to have, it's got several shoots coming off it. But do you know, for this one, oh, I don't know if you can see the dust. One of the chickens is having a dust bath just behind you. I think for this one, I'm going to put this in its entirety in a 30-litre pot. I could potentially try and cut that a little bit more, but I've sort of chanced my arm with one of the other ones, and I think I've got a couple more that I might be able to split. So this one I'm going to put in whole. Single seed potato challenge 5. So we'll do that again into a 30-litre pot. The usual rules apply. Okay, next on the list we have, now that by the way is three of the original pots. I've now got 3 left, so here's the next one. Come on. Oh, it's not wanting to come out. Oh, gotcha. This one I think I'll split again, just because I've got 2 nice pieces. So piece 1, ooh, and it's a wee bit breezy, and piece 2. So for these I'm going to get not 30-litre pots, maybe 20-litre pots. I'm just going to go and scoot and see what I have for popping them in, and then I'll get them in there. Okay, 20-litre pot, I think, for this next one. Okay, I think that'll do for that one for now. Another 20-litre pot for the other one. I could potentially, I don't know, maybe curtailing the yield by putting them in these 20-litre pots, but you know, I could have been putting them just as one large plant into a 30-litre pot, so should be okay. Now, here we have 5 out of 6. I'm thinking this might, again I could potentially split that, but I think I'm going to leave that and put it in a pot by itself. We've got this, I think this is a 25-litre pot, this one here, so we'll put it in there. Right, this is the last of the 6 pots, and let's see how it's looking. Whoop. So, what could we do? What could we do? I could split that maybe down there and have these 2 in one pot and this in another. I think I might do that for a giggle. Okay, so we now have, well, you can see the potato there. We've got one here, or two stems there, and 1 stem here. This one, well, both of them actually, I'm going to put into 20-litre pots and grow on from there. So conveniently, I have 2 20-litre pots here. See if they're stuck together. There we go. Okay, I've distributed the pots that are part of the single seed potato challenge down the long side of the garden at the path here. I don't know whether they'll stay here. I'll probably start moving them over to way over there when I start harvesting some of the ordinary first earlies that are over there. But for now they can sit here. So you can see the pots are now located, they're watered, and they're a bit higgledy-piggledy because it's not very flat, but hopefully, oh sorry, that's me, you're getting the shadow, never mind. Oh, there's some chickens. Yeah, so they're all there. There's 10 pots there, and then there's actually the little one back in the polytunnel there, just to grow on a little bit, and then I'll put it in a 20 litre pot as well.